everyone, hope we are doing well. As we do every single season, West Ham United have got a few players out on loan at various clubs in various different leagues for them to get experience. So we've decided to reach out to some of the fans of these clubs to get their views on our players, find out what the fans that watch them every single week think about the West Ham players currently out on loan. So coming up in this video, we hear from Amy, who's a Swansea City fan, to tell us all about Armstrong Oko-Flex. We hear from Mathias, who's a fan of the Danish club that I can't pronounce, where Nathan Trott currently is on loan. We'll hear from Emily about Manny Longelo, who's ripping it up at Birmingham. And lastly, we'll finish it up with Rob, who is a Torino fan, and he'll give us the lowdown on Nikola, Vlasic. And me, I'll catch up with you at the end of the video.
Hi guys, Amy here, Swansea City fan. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying the World Cup break. I certainly am. So I've been on the channel before. Last time I was talking about Flynn Downs, which through social media I can see you guys are kind of happy with him. Obviously that social media does not tell the full story, but I've seen him play for you guys a couple of times, and he seems to be finding his feet and settling in well, so that's really good to see. But I'm not here to talk about him, I'm here to talk about Armstrong Oko-Flex. Obviously we've got him on loan from me this season. Now he is a footballer full of potential, like so much potential. He has all the natural talent, natural ability, brilliant on the ball, very fast and confident as well. Actually, he's confident on the ball, he takes on his man, and he's exciting to watch. He's one of those footballers you think he's going to make an impact, and he does. He comes off the bench and makes an impact. I personally, and I think a lot of other Swansea fans would agree with me, that some more game time would be perfect for him. He's not playing as much as I would have expected him to, coming from West Ham, you know, with the kind of the way that he plays kind of suits what we sort of need at the moment. We need a bit more of a tempo, a bit more drive, a bit more energy, and he offers that. So I'm really hoping that after the break he's going to get more starts and he's going to play a bit more often, because he really is quite fiery down that wing and he excites me. I'm really excited for what he might be able to offer if he kind of settles a bit more and has some more game time. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to give you an update in a couple of months that he's scoring goals or assisting goals at least, because he hasn't done that yet, but I can see it coming. You know, the drive is definitely there. I think that's what I like most about him. He's got that like real kind of like fire inside him to do well, and I love seeing that in a footballer. But yeah, he seems like a great guy. He seems to be fitting in well. The fans really like him. The fans are always calling for him to play more, so that can only be a positive thing. But yeah, thank you for sending him our way. Please catch a game when we come back from the World Cup and see how he's getting on. But yeah, best of luck for you guys for the rest of the season, and I hope you enjoy the World Cup. And yeah, take care.
Hello Hammers, this is Mathias speaking from Denmark. I've been asked to do a short review of Nathan Trott, who's currently on loan at Vejle Club. So let's get to it. If we talk about reflexes, that's something Nathan is very good at. He has had quite good saves where you could see that his reflexes were very good. He's quick at reflexes, and also he's quite safe at grabbing the ball in the air. Nathan is a quite tall keeper, and that you can definitely see when he's going in the air, going up, catching the ball. And I would also say that the reflexes is probably the attribute he's best at. So that's very good. If we move on to movement / awareness in general, I would say this is the area where he has to improve the most, because there's been some problematic situation where he's been running out of the field, not doing what he had to do. There were this game against Torino where he received red card after only 18 minutes because he ran out of the field and he failed to scan the situation correct. Yeah, so movement, he must improve there, and there has also been some other situations where you see that he feels uncomfortable when moving far out of the box. So here he would definitely have to improve. Going on to kicking, yeah, here we also need to say that there is place for improvement, but still he's okay. If it's in direct play, he can easily receive the ball from one of the defenders and play it back on a low pass. High ball's not that good. He fails to reach a player. often, and you definitely see it when he kicks goal kicks up the field. Often it does not hit the correct player. But if we talk about kicking in the game, Vejle likes to play from the back and up, and there Nathan is okay. He receives the ball from one of the defenders, and he is okay at playing back. So that's not the problem. The problem is when you have goal kicks and so on, and high balls in general. There he has to improve. But in general, I would say he's a good goalkeeper with a good potential. But yeah, of course he has to improve something. All players have. But in general, we are satisfied and happy with having him at Vejle for now. And if we look at his stats so far this season, he has conceded 4 goals in 6 matches in the league. Clean sheet in 4 of them, but I have to say that one of these 4 games was against Hobro, where he received red card after 18 minutes. So yeah, you could say in general it may only be 3 games. In the League Cup, he's played 3 games so far with clean sheet in all of them. So that's quite good. So yeah, in general, I would say we are happy with Nathan, and he's doing a good job. Especially his reflexes is very good. But yeah, his movement and kicking could be improved a little, but it's not the worst on earth. So yeah, definitely say in general we're happy with Nathan.
Hi, my name's Emily. I am from Her Game 2. I am part of the lead team and I am the Birmingham City ambassador. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about Manny Longelo. So we've obviously got him on loan from yourselves, and I think he's fantastic. His first game was a bit hit and miss. He didn't really show what he was about, a little bit not really on the ball. But I think after that first game, it really was a bit of a baptism of fire, because if I remember rightly, it was against Sheffield United. And yeah, it was a baptism of fire, and he ended up going from strength to strength. And I think about his 3rd or 4th game, we just thought, yeah, we've got a player here. I actually messaged my friend who's a West Ham fan to say, mate, you've got such a player there and I don't want him to go back. I think he suits a bit more of a wing-back role rather than a left-back, which he's playing with us at the moment because he's so athletic, he's so strong. He's really always up and down that wing, and he's really impressive to watch. Obviously, he's got a great free kick on him. I just massively enjoy watching him. And I think that's something that we haven't had down the Blues for a little while. But there's a player there. He looks fantastic. Really encouraging to see young talent coming through. And I think he's definitely, fingers crossed, going to be one to watch in the future for you guys. And I hope that he doesn't leave, because I think he's definitely what we need in defence. But he's going to be one of those lone players that you wish didn't have to go back at the end of the season. So, yeah.
Nikola Vlasic has been one of Torino's key players this season, and despite his stats not appearing too impressive, with only 4 goals from his 15 appearances, I think the majority of Torino fans are really happy with how his loan spell has turned out so far. Torino play a 3-4-2-1 formation, with Vlasic being probably the main choice as one of the support strikers behind a main central striker. And Vlasic is really impressed with his sort of work rate and his ability on the ball. He did impress really at the start of the season, where he scored in 3 consecutive games against Cremonese, Atalanta and Lecce. Was on a little bit of a goal drought before finding the net just a week ago against Sampdoria. Due to Torino struggling in front of goal, and our 2 main strikers, Pietro Pellegrini and Antonio Sanabria, struggling with their 4-man fitness, Vlasic is also featured as a false 9. This hasn't really worked too well, especially in the derby with Juventus. But I think, like I say, a lot of Torino fans have been quite encouraged with Vlasic's performances. They would be quite happy to see his loan spell made permanent at the end of the season. Obviously, the dilemma with that will be that West Ham will ask for quite a large fee, I would imagine, and I think a lot is also going to depend on how well Vlasic does at the World Cup with Croatia. But I think it's quite fair to say that Vlasic's loan spell at Torino has been a success. His coach and compatriot Ivan Juric has praised him numerous times in press conferences, and like I say, not just for his ability on the ball, but also for his work rate and how much he's willing to sort of help the team. And hopefully that will continue in the second half of the season.
So there you go, and a massive thank you to Amy, Mathias, Emily and Rob for sending in their thoughts. As Amy told you, no goals or assists yet for Armstrong Oko-Flex, however 10 appearances under his belt, and the demand is there from the fan base. They think he's exciting, they think that he has something to offer in the final third of the pitch. Hopefully more frequent starts, more consistency, more minutes in the team is just around the corner for him after the World Cup. And then we can have a better look at him as West Ham fans. And I'm hoping that if we catch up with Amy in March, April time, we'll get just a glowing review, because it was a very promising review of Oko-Flex so far. I would hope for something like that, but with goals and assists, a bit more evidence that he can cut it in the Championship, which is a really good standard of the league. He's just 20 years of age, he's got plenty of time on his side. West Ham don't need to make a decision on him yet. And so far, I think this is a really good loan move. Put him somewhere where the football suits him. He's getting game time. He's having to work hard for his place in the team. So far, so good for Armstrong Oko-Flex as far as I'm concerned. Now, moving on to Nathan Trott, I'm a bit disappointed. I was hoping for a really glowing report about Nathan Trott for this one. 24 years of age. I'm not very confident we're ever going to see him in the first team at West Ham again. I had high hopes for him a few years ago. I thought he may become the number one at West Ham, or the third choice goalkeeper, which is still a really good achievement for a young keeper. But that confidence has been decreasing season by season, and after listening to Mathias, it's decreased even further. It sounds like he's doing quite well over there, but that's not enough for a future at West Ham United. I don't think we'll see Trott again at West Ham, which is a bit of a shame. Moving on to Emily about Manny Longelo. They love him at Birmingham. 21 years of age, so he's still got plenty of time on his side, but it's decision time for West Ham. Well, not right now, but very, very soon. In the final year of his Hammers contract, what we did with him this season was crucial. Did we keep him around the club? We would have had to register him for the European squad, but he was a homegrown and an academy grown player as well, so he was ticking a lot of the boxes. But instead, I think we've almost been a little bit unselfish with Longelo, which is the right thing to do. We put him out on loan to a really good club. He's gone in there, he's getting plenty of minutes in the Championship. This loan move so far has been hugely successful. I'm almost quite impressed actually that West Ham have got this one right. I'm usually quite critical of when they send players out on loan. I sometimes don't think they go to the right clubs, such as Coventry at the start of last season. Wasn't the right club for him to go to. He didn't get game time. It was just a disaster of a move. Longelo, we've smashed it. He's getting game time. The fans love him. It looks like and sounds like he's really enjoying his football there. So West Ham decide not to renew his contract. There's an obvious move for him. You'd assume he'd get offered a contract immediately by Birmingham. Happy days. For West Ham, we've got plenty of time. We don't need to decide just yet. We can wait until March or April. He's getting minutes in the Championship. The evidence is there. We can go and have a look at him whenever we want. Keep an eye on him. Decide if we think he might make it at West Ham. We could possibly look at selling him to Birmingham in January for a very, very low fee with a selling clause there, with a buyback just in case we get it wrong. That would be my preferred scenario. Right now, you ask me what I want to do with Longelo, it would be in the January transfer window. Let's sell him to Birmingham. I say sell him, let's give him, almost have him for free, but there's a very low buyback clause on there for West Ham, so if he turns out to be quite good, we can get him at an agreed fee with also a selling clause. So again, if he performs well and some other club comes in and takes him, West Ham get a share of that money. And I think it's about what's right for Longelo at this point. I think Birmingham loan move has worked out really, really well. I don't think he'll be at West Ham next season. If I have to guess right now, I would be surprised if he's not at Birmingham. Why wouldn't he stay there? We'll wait and see. More to come on him as well. But not more to come on Nikola Vlasic. Settled in really well at Torino, playing in that number 10 role where he's succeeded before West Ham and where he's been successful after West Ham. But somewhere we didn't really see him play at the London Stadium. An absolute, a poor move from West Ham. A really good player, I think, but just a wrong move, wrong manager, wrong club for him at the wrong time. I'm pleased to see it working out for him at Torino. He's got a few goals and assists under his belt now at the World Cup with Croatia as well, so it'll be interesting to see if he plays and how he gets on. But with the £12.5 million option to buy already agreed between the clubs, he's not going to come back to West Ham. He will be at Torino next season. But there you have it. There's your loan reports from the 4 fans of the clubs that have our players on loan. If you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like on it by clicking thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to Hammers Chat. I'll catch you tomorrow.